Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the video that won the Patreon poll of the week, Eluveitie with the Prodigal ones. They announced that they have a new record coming out on Nuclear Blast on April 25th. I don't know exactly how to pronounce the name of the band, the name of the album I should say. It's I don't know, there's some lines happening there. I'm not quite sure.
I was gonna say, I feel like you've been doing pretty good with the name of the band.
No, the name of the band is fine, but the name of the album, once I start seeing like things on top, I'm not quite sure what the right pronunciation is, but it's A-N-V, so Env. And you know, not Eng, the Last Airbender. That would be a great album for Eluveitie to do, an album about Aang, the Last Airbender.
Or just about the Avatar
in general?
In general.
The lore? The Avatar lore?
I feel like they would do a really good job with the Avatar.
Fuck, I agree with you. I think they would do a better job than
M. Night
Shyamalan. I mean, that's not hard. The bar is really low.
Yeah.
As far as that's concerned. I think it's the only movie franchise that was supposed to be a trilogy, and they stopped it at the first one. Because that's how bad it was.
You know, they didn't even call him Aang. He's like, my name's Ong. I'm like, guys, the you know, the original material is in English, right? Like, you don't have to fuck it up.
Yeah, you don't try too hard. So anyhow, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's check it out. Oh, look at the water. Do you see the water? You know, we were making jokes about Aang, but there was water bending and earth bending in the video.
I know.
Fuck. I also just realized that Jesus was from the water tribe. I never thought about that until now.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he did walk on water.
And he turned water into wine. Yeah. I feel like that's something the water tribe would be down with.
True.
So, anyhow, you want to go first? Your comments on the Prodigal Ones is the name of the song from Eluveitie, from their upcoming new album, Env, not Aang.
Not Aang.
Sadly,
not Aang.
April 25th on Nuclear Blast.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Like, this song, I love obviously, I'm loving the vocal duo there. It's just so good. But that riff,
the more melodic riff?
Yeah, I love that shit. It brings such light to the song where light comes in, and then you have those heavy parts, and the heavy parts.
Yeah, the chorus is light, and the verses
are heavy, and you know.
But it works really well. The dynamic is really good.
It works really, really well. I just love that sound. But also, I don't know if you also got this, but there was one point where I could hear a buzzing of some kind, and it was the bagpipes. But it was so under layer that really all you're hearing is the buzz in the same melody, but a buzz of it. You're not hearing the full the full essence of it, right? And I'm like, I thought that was a good touch. Like it wasn't an annoying buzz. It was a buzz of the same melody.
half bagpipe.
Yeah, it was like half chub.
Yeah. You know,
I thought it was cool to hear because you have to really like listen.
Yeah. You have to put your ears to it. Now, I gotta be honest. I know the album comes out. I know the name of the album. I know the album comes out April 25th. But I haven't checked the track listing. And the reason I say this is I don't know if the singles that we've checked out before, I shouldn't call them singles, but the songs that they've released before, I don't know if those are part of the album or not. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know because I haven't checked the tracking listing. One would think that they do. Because, you know, they released a couple of songs. What the fuck are you going to do with those songs? You just, like, releasing them randomly into the ether, hoping that it catches on fire? Like, one would think that those tracks would also be part of this album. That's my thought. But regardless, even based on this song alone, I think we could have in hands one of the heavier albums from this band in a very long time. Like I just get that vibe because all the songs that we've been checking out on the channel that they've been releasing, they've all been really heavy.
Yeah.
And this one is really heavy too.
Very balanced, but balanced on
the heavier side.
On the heavier side, yeah.
And this one is heavy too. Like the verses are really heavy. You have the harsh vocals there. It is a heavy song. It just has a very bright and light chorus because of how that melody comes in.
Yeah.
But overall, it's still a heavy song. And maybe not as heavy as some of those other tracks, because those are the other tracks I felt like they were a little bit more consistently heavy throughout. But still, I got a sneaky suspicion that this album is not going to hold back, and it's going to be one of the band's heaviest albums in a long time.
Even this song, those heavy parts are heavy, but then even when it goes into the lighter parts in the chorus, I feel that same underlying drivenness in the chorus too. So I feel like the heaviness, it does dip, but it dips instead of dipping fully down, it just goes underneath.
Yeah, I can't remember what was the last one before this one that we checked out, but I remember saying that on that one, the folkiness of the band in the song, it was a little bit more underlining the overall heaviness of the track. On this track here, they exposed the folkiness of the band in the chorus with that more lighter melody, because within that lighter melody, there's a folky melody, you know, integrated in it. So when the song loses a little bit of its heavy shell, that melody comes through, but it comes through with a lot of folk elements as well, and it gives the song a really nice touch. So I didn't mind the ebb and flow that the track has. I think it works really well. It's a really great track. But like I said, I have a sneaky suspicion that this is going to be one of their heavier albums in a long time. And I think they're due. They're due for a more balanced out, heavy album all around, not losing the melody side of the band, not losing the folkiness of the band, but giving fans a little bit more of a heavy kick all around. At least that's what I'm hoping. And that's kind of the vibe that I got from the last couple of videos that we've done on the channel.
Yeah.
Assuming that all of those songs, including this one, I know this one for sure, but including with this one are part of the record. And if they are, you know, in the context of an album, you do need songs that have this kind of break. You don't want you don't want a record that feels completely linear from start to finish. Especially for a band like Eluveitie, you need to create some ebbs and flows.
You need some more folkier sounding songs.
And if you can include those folkier parts in songs that also are heavy around like this, then I think it's the best way versus having a song that completely strips itself out, surrounded by tracks that feel like they have a lot of texture and a lot of layers on it. I think that's a better, it's a more consistent approach from a record standpoint, and I'm really excited to check out this album when it comes out. Well, I'll check it out before April 25th because I'll do my review and all of that good shit. But I'm excited to check it out because I feel like it's been a while since they've released an album. And like I said, I think this is going to be one of the heavier records in recent history. At least that's my hopes and dreams for this record. Anything else you want to add, or are you good?
I think I'm good.
You enjoyed the air bending? Well, not the air bending,
the water bending. I enjoyed the water bending.
And the earth bending?
And the earth bending, yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit of that in there. And she was also wearing green, which is the colors of the Earth Nation.
Exactly. I think this is a good idea for the future.
When the water bending was happening, was she wearing blue? I think she had some blue on her. I think she has
some blue on her, yeah.
So, yeah. So, wouldn't it be cool that we are shooting this shit about an album that could be about, like, the lore of the last Airbender? And then the album turns out to be about that. That would be fucking hilarious if that's the case.
I guarantee it's not.
No.
I guarantee it's not.
I don't see these guys going down that path. But it would be really cool. It would be really cool. So just saying, you know.
There's a lot of material to make songs about. Like,
fuck. And that time, that the lore of that time period of this fantasy world of whatever, it's very folky.
Yes.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like. It would lend itself perfectly to create a record around it. Like you said, there's a lot. Like seriously, there's a lot. There's 3 books, right? So like
there's 3 seasons, and then there's also like 7 actual books afterwards that continue from where.
I know, but if we talk about the original, there's tons of material.
There's tons of shit.
All right. Anyhow, guys, let us know in the comment sections your thoughts about this song, about this video, and we'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.